Thank you, Reverend Bowen. Wow, what an introduction. I think this is the first time I've had that arousing introduction. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Great to be out here, and thank you for being here today in celebration not only the Emancipation Proclamation, but also joining in celebrating Black History Month. Before I read and present Governor Ducey's message, again, I'm pleased to be here on his behalf as the Director of the Governor's Office of Equal Opportunity. Governor Ducey, in his past 4 years as governor, has helped advance this state to a very high profile nationally in many areas, especially job creation, economic development, and just recently supporting our teachers in raises. But he cannot do this alone because he's one person. He relies on all of us as fellow Arizonans and the great things that we do individually as well as collectively. And part of a business attraction is because we have great diversity in this state. Great diversity in this state, not only in racial, ethnic, gender, cultural experiences, thought. We have all that, and companies look at that when they move to states. So it's not just the business climate, but it's also the diversity. So today, in reading this proclamation, it is Governor Ducey celebrating together with all of us Black History Month. So allow me to read the governor's message. Proclamation. Whereas Black History Month is an annual opportunity to recognize the central role of African Americans in our nation's history. And whereas during Black History Month, we celebrate the many achievements and contributions of African Americans to our economic, cultural, spiritual, social, and political development. And whereas the national commemoration of Black history in the United States dates back to 1926 and was initially observed the second week in February to coincide with the birthdays of Abraham Lincoln and Frederick Douglass. And whereas by the late 1960s, the week had evolved into Black History Month, thanks in part to the civil rights movement and a growing awareness of the African American experience in our country. And whereas Black History Month was officially established in 1976 by President Gerald R. Ford, who called on the public to, quote, seize the opportunity to honor the too often neglected accomplishments of Black Americans in every area of endeavor throughout our history, end quote, and has since been recognized by every United States president. Whereas the state of Arizona honors the significant contributions and advances made by African Americans in our state, across our nation, and throughout the world in such areas as education, medicine, art, culture, public service, economic development, military service, politics, and human rights. We see the greatness of America in those who have risen above injustice and enriched our society. Now, therefore, I, Douglas A. Ducey, Governor of the state of Arizona, do hereby proclaim February 2019 as Black History Month and urge all Arizonans to join in celebrating the contributions of African Americans to our state and nation. Signed, Douglas A. Ducey, Governor of the state of Arizona. Thank you.
Hear, hear.
I'd like to present this to Reverend Bowen.
Very good. Right. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
God bless you.
Nice hand for the Honorable Barry Wong.